So this is called Living in the Aftermath, and this is by me. It says by Joggitt, John Hoggett, and it says published in June '94, and it's got my address at the time, flat 3, 1 Eldon Road, Reading, RG14DP. I don't live there anymore though. I'm in the garden of my house at the other end of Reading. And it's a collection of poems and writings, and it starts off. I started writing poems in my adult life about 9 or 10 years ago when I was off work recovering from a nasty cold. I was a gardener at the time, and my heart wasn't really in it. Well, I'm a gardener now, but I'm quite enjoying it now, which is why we're in the garden. Some of these early poems came from the idea of treating my sexuality in the same way the men at work treated theirs, i.e., lustily, rude, crude, and perhaps a little predatory. A little later I performed these poems with a pompous and snobby comic style that they deserved. People laughed. I was overjoyed. Then there was a gap, and poems that poured out of me were expressions of my pain and anger from being sexually abused as a child and from other painful experiences. They concentrate on the nasty side of things and its consequences, and that's the introduction. And then I start with a story, which goes: a cynic's tale, the eternal triangle. Once there was a wimp who wouldn't say boo to a goose. He was called Wally. Now, Wally knew he was a wimp, so he wore a small badge that said, "Please don't hit me." It was very small, and people had to peer over him to read it, pinned on the lapel of his now rather small school blazer. Actually, it was his sister's. His mum was thrown this away years ago. So that continues. Nice little story. And then we have some hippie poems about flowers and gardening. Here's one: powerful intoxicants, sweet-scented mendicants, broom flowers shimmering, parlour-dried hippie thing, useful exuberance, to letter day petulance, a middle-aged frown regrets, gullible clown. Now, if you dry broom flowers and smoke them, they make you a bit high. So, but this is the cover, and it says incest survivors fight back. Nice bit of graffiti I did on London Road, very big, and it's called headline: incest survivors say, "For fuck's sake, why can't you just say you did it?" And I'm done with it, eh? This is called contradictions. You know, I quite like straight man. Funny that, kind of queer, isn't it? And this is the most important thing in the book. Get a close up of that, please. Thank you. This is called a help card. To use, present it to passers-by when you're feeling despondent, lonely or frightened. It may attract someone who's just in the mood to give you their kindness, love, understanding and maybe even their dinner money. It may attract someone who has gifts that you never knew you needed and things that you thought useless that suddenly became wonderful and amazing. It may therefore become a serendipity card and not a help card at all. If you want to read the rest of that, you might have to get a book or look at a book at the Zine Library. We'll finish with one more when I find it. It won't take me too long. Oh no, it's a small book and I can't find it. Here we go. So this is one of the most important poems for the Zine Library. Would you like to get a close up on that one? You can see I've laid it out there. Most poems go straight up and down the page. This one is nicely curved, and I put the title to one side. It's called "I Like Being Gay." Put your hand in my pants, lover, and caress me tenderly, for I am scorched and raw, and in need of your tender touch to awaken me and let my love of life arise and flow again. It's all quite tender lovely and erotically naughty all at once. Thank you very much.